What's happening? Wanted to talk about the number 111 hertz. 111 hertz is the holy frequency. It is the frequency of higher consciousness. The Hypogeum temple in Malta resonates at 111 hertz. The Cairns burial grounds resonate at 111 hertz, and that was discovered by Paul Devereaux, and he also did acoustic experiments and research on Stonehenge and the ley lines around the earth to research some of this guy's work. But right now we're looking at the painting, the Last Supper here, and if you look at the windows behind Jesus there, it's showing the 111. Now, 111, 11/1, November 1st, that's the days of the dead. And Christ being crucified on the date 4/3. On my calendar cipher, that equals 67 hertz, when 670 minutes equals 11:10 in time, like 111, like the days of the dead on 11/1. So, this is about the encomienda system. The Spanish crown released the order to allow conquistadors to go and colonize and enslave and genocide anybody that was on the land that they were making claim to. And this is the 181. Comienda means dinner, like supper, like the Last Supper. The dimensions of the Last Supper are 346 inches by 181 inches. 181, 1/8 the other one. So the Last Supper was on 4/2, April 2nd. 4/2, the 42nd prime is 181. The dimensions of the Last Supper, 181 inches. Now, he was crucified on 4/3, when 4/3 equals 3 months and 3 days, and that was in 33 AD, and he died at age 33, like the March of Ides, being on 315 in 44 BC. Caesar was unalived, shanked 33 times in 44 BC, and that was in 315. Whenever you divide 315 by 5, you get the number 63. The date 630 equals 181 days in the year. Now, the number 111, it's a solfeggio tone key through our chakra system. Your crown chakra, 963 hertz minus 111 equals 852 hertz. Your third eye audio, 852 hertz. Your third eye audio minus 111 hertz equals 741 hertz. Your throat chakra, your inner monologue, your Christ consciousness. Whenever you're speaking, whenever you're thinking to yourself, you have this inner monologue, and it's a crystal technology. You can't make speakers or microphones without piezoelectric crystal or quartz crystal technology, and quartz crystal holds perfect time. Now, 111, the days of the dead, whenever we have these windows being behind the Christ on the Last Supper painting, with the dimensions being 181, he was at the Last Supper on 4/2, April 2nd, and the 42nd prime being 181. Now, 12/21, the winter solstice, that's when the sun stops on the celestial cross for the longest day of night, the longest 3 days of night. That's whenever the sun literally stops moving. Whenever you're observing it setting every single day, it sets in the same spot for 3 days, and that's the only time it does that. And then on Christmas morning, that's whenever it starts heading towards the summer solstice. The Earth's tilting from the wobble, and it's going back towards longer days of sunlight. So 12/21, it's like the sun is, sorry, I'm cutting out here. The sun is stopping or dying on the cross for 3 days. So 12/21, like the days of the dead on 11/1, 111 plus 1110 equals 12/21. 12/21 is the 355th day of the year. 355 minutes equals 555 in time, when 555 plus 555 equals 1110. So, the Indian Removal Act of 1830, the Fugitive Slave Act of 1850, when 1830 in military time equals 18.5 hours, equaling 1110 minutes, and like the Days of the Dead on 11/1. So the Indian Removal Act of 1830 on 5/28, that was signed by Andrew Jackson, President Andrew Jackson, one of the only Grandmaster Masons. The only other president to serve as a Grandmaster Mason was Harry Truman, and he endorsed Resolution 181 on 11/20, on actually 4/14 of 1948, but Resolution 181 was on 11/29 of 1947, being the 333rd day of the year. Like 111 plus 111 plus 111 equals 333. The Days of the Dead on 11/1. Your Hypogeum chamber, or Hypogeum chamber in Malta, resonating at 111 hertz, and then your Cairns burial mounds resonating at 111 hertz. That Hypogeum chamber is underground. It's the underworld. The Cairns burial grounds, this is talking about death, and the Cairns burial mounds were just stacks of rocks, and for the indigenous, they're to clear out colonial fields, and this is all has to do with colonialism and death, and for it all to resonate with 111 hertz. So it's the holy frequency. It's the swords in the tones rather than the sword in the stone. It's the sword in the tones. It's the tones that the builder refused. So 963 hertz, your crown chakra minus 111 hertz. Holy frequency equals 852 hertz. Now, on my calendar cipher, 4/3 is the day that Christ is crucified, equaling 67 hertz when 670 minutes right up there equals 11:10 in time. Now, from the summer solstice, 6/21, the longest day of sunlight, to the winter solstice, the longest day of night, equals 183 days, when 1830 in time equals 1110 minutes. When you mirror and flip 183, you get 381. 381 minutes equals 6/21 summer solstice. Summer solstice is whenever the sun, 6/21 is when the sun transits the sign of Cancer, sitting at 90 degrees square on the zodiac wheel. The sign for Cancer is a crab, and it's a 69, so 6/21 divided by 90 degrees square, Cancer, equals 6.9 Cancer. Furthermore, 690 minus 69 equals 6/21, summer solstice. Now, summer solstice equals 172 to 173 days. 172 plus 173 equals your 3, 4, 5 Pythagorean right triangle. 3, 4, 5 plus 3, 4, 5 equals 690. Round and round we go. So, this all has to do with the Remo ritual. The longest day of sunlight, 6/21, could be considered as Horus or Jesus. So 6/21 minus 181 equals 440 hertz. Just like Caesar being assassinated in 44 BC, and Rome slaying his twin brother Remo in 44 BC, and the day after Christ was crucified on 4/3, the next day is 4/4, like 44 BC, like 44 hertz. The Republic, Remo being slayed, the note Re is 432 hertz. The note D, it's the ninth note, it's 9 hertz. 4 plus 3 plus 2 equals 9 hertz. 440 hertz slays 444. 44 hertz slays 432 hertz. So, you see these numbers 111 all on these doors of Indonesian pyramid, the Egypt pyramid, the Mexico pyramid. It's behind Jesus there on the cross, or on the Last Supper. It's definitely a hidden meaning. It's the Days of the Dead, the mocking.